Hello everybody and welcome back to video number 3, friends, family, and strangers. I want to take you for a ride. So today we're going to talk about what the blockchain is. But before we do that, let's take a look at the market. So as we went through the last two videos, I had you set up, take a look at the market and see what was going on. So this way you have a better understanding before we dive into what the blockchain is, in order for you to actually comprehend and then figure out if this is something for you to continue investing and then perhaps giving back to society. So we'll see what you think about this. All right, so as we can see, Bitcoin number one, still over 10,000. That was expected. The king still not going to be dethroned, and you can see what's happening with the market. There's a lot of fluctuation up and down, and take a moment because this may change after you've seen this video, and every time it's going to be changing. So with that said, let's flip over here to this website. I definitely like this website. It's very easy for introductory people and beginners of the crypto world that want to get their feet wet. So this site poses the question, is blockchain technology the new internet? So I believe it is, because we've seen from the net era, basically all the e-commerce sites and everything going Web 2.0 and whatnot, that really kicked off in the mid 90s and sparked a fire in the 2000s. And for those people who didn't embrace it and adopt it, they were left in the dust. Brick and mortar shops were gone, like Circuit City, but new ingenious ideas such as eBay and Amazon, they all made a name for themselves. So this is what this technology is going to bring to the table in the future, and we'll see why. So what is blockchain technology? Basically, it's a digital file that can be used for economic transactions and financial transactions and documentation and everything that has a signature behind it. So the way it works is it's in blocks, basically. So the first block is a Genesis block, and with that block has some information. You have my name, pricing, and an address where to send. So when I send you $5, you're going to receive it on the next block. So on that next block, if it doesn't match the data, there's no digital signature from the first one, then that is definitely unsuccessful. So somebody has tried to tamper and try to corrupt that. So that's where the protection is. So in other hands, if everything matches up, it's successful, and you'll receive your $5 for that pizza. So what's going on here? So even Google Docs and the Microsoft Drive, basically they're embracing it with transfers and documentation. That way it can just move and flow very easily, smoothly. So it's basically peer-to-peer, so think about that. So one person to another, and that's how this all works. But it is definitely open up for everybody, universally. So think about that, ponder on that. So the blockchain is durable and very robustness. Bitcoin came on the scene 2008. Some of those may of you may know that, and through the hype, we're just all recognizing Bitcoin as the major player. But the blockchain is the main one, and everything else, these uh, projects and technology here like Ethereum, is basically plans on that. It's just expanded. It's a different uh, set of rules. Like it's blockchain with a different additives, basically, with some flavor. So that's what's going on with all these different types of blockchains, basically. So it's the good thing is it's very transparent and incorruptible. So basically, drug smugglers and the bad guys might get caught way more easily. So for you and I, we can see any transaction out there in the world. So here's a transaction. It'll look like this. and then you'll receive some status and details, timestamps, and you'll have the whole data right in front of you, and anybody can access this. So that's the nice and beautiful thing about it. So let's hop on over. Uh, so the network with the nodes, computers are ever growing and they're becoming more advanced. Probably going to outthink us and blow us up one day, but that's this basically AI on the blockchain will obviously adapt. So in a sense, the network is decentralized, which we'll be going into in a second. Yep, right here. So the idea of decentralization, I don't want the government and the banks and the institutions telling me what I can and cannot do and when I can make a deposit. So those are things to consider. So the world is at your disposal. It's a free market. I can send Jimmy across the world money, and it's for a good cause, and it's probably going to be utilized for something. So who will use the blockchain? Well, we talked about it. So peer-to-peer, you and I, uh, obviously corporations, merchants, just about anybody. So there's so many applications to be utilized. So there's advanced concepts on how and what is going to happen in the future with this, but it's just think of it like Blade Runner 2029. It's going to be amazing. So security is one of the major concerns and factors. So you'll definitely um, want to understand what public and private keys are. Public keys, anybody can have a public key and be exposed. That's just the address where you would receive your money. Private keys being your secret. That's what you're going to keep in order to tap in and have your funds or data in that idea. So keep that in mind. So uh, this is just going to expand on the second level networking and what that is. We're going to cover here on this topic is the blockchain the new Web 3.0, and I definitely believe it is. As we talked about, the .NET and the Web 2.0 era just brought a boom. So this is going to bring a boom, and people are going to have to adapt to it. We've seen banks and we've seen Microsoft and everybody just join the frenzy, and they want to learn. They're eager to understand what this is. So smart contracts is one of the best features. That's just a contract, basically, simply put. Hey, if you don't finish this, then you're not going to get paid, rewarded, basically. So that makes it, uh, incentivizes and ensures something is going to be met. So a global economy that's sharing. Crowdfunding is going to be awesome. So basically, Kickstarter, GoFundMe's, that's just going to definitely help. Um, this will definitely help with file storage, the way the blockchain works. It's basically JavaScript files. It's in a JSON format. So there's name paired values. It's very simple, open source as I mentioned, and people are going to take it and do a whole lot of things to it. So you can keep reading on here. This site, you can definitely take 30 minutes within an hour, and digest it, see what it's all about. And one crucial thing is KYC. You'll hear that a lot. It's knowing your customers. So people will be safe with each other, knowing what they're doing, who's doing business with whom. So just take all this into consideration. Your investment is obviously your investment. You're obviously want to protect it. You want to come into this knowing that you have some knowledge of what's going on. Not that, hey, Rob's doing it and everybody's doing it and the fear of missing out. So have a little understanding of what's going on. That'll better help fuel the market. And again, thanks for watching this video. We're going to wrap it up here. If you have questions, comments, put them down below. Please subscribe, like the video. In the next video, I'm going to be giving away a $10 worth of Bitcoins, just to help get the word out, and I want this to be an eye opener. That's why I'm doing this, because I don't want to be left behind. And everybody's gonna chip in and make a profit out of this. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you are stuck on the crypto crack. All right, enjoy. Thank you. See you next time.